Hey there, BNI Maine. Niels Mank, your Executive Director. Did you know that BNI is bigger than your chapter? Right? Who knew? It is. BNI is huge. BNI is global. 333,000 members and over 11,000 chapters worldwide. That's 11,000 chapters just like your chapter. That's a lot of people and a lot of connections. So my point being, are you getting out there and seeing the members? Are you getting out there and making connections? Don't just be a one time a week member. Don't just be, I go to my meeting on Thursdays or on Wednesdays, whatever it is. Get out there and explore more. Visit other chapters, see what other chapters are doing. Get out and make connections. The caveat to that is there's a correct way to do it and an incorrect way to do it. So I want to talk a little today about etiquette of visiting other chapters as a guest. You are a guest to their chapter. You are a BNI member, so you're not a visitor. A visitor, by definition, in BNI is somebody that can join the chapter, which means their seat is open, their professional classification is open, and they're not a BNI member of another chapter because BNI members can only be a member in one chapter. So if you are a BNI member and you're visiting another chapter that's not yours, you are a guest of that chapter. You register yourself as a guest. They mark you as a guest. The definition of being a guest is that you're there to help them. You're there to visit. Okay. So what's the etiquette behind that? What is the best etiquette to visit another chapter? The best is to be a sub for somebody else. Go to the BNI Maine Facebook members page. Great way to visit another chapter is to sub for somebody. Do something for them first while getting something in return for yourself. It's the giver's gain at its max right there. If there's a member in a Bangor chapter that needs some help and you want to make the truck to Bangor from Portland, great. Show that support. Meet a whole new connection of people. Help that person that needs a sub that day. That's a great way to visit other chapters. Now, etiquette while you're at the meeting. Etiquette while you're at the meeting is reach out to the president before you visit that chapter and let them know you're coming. Let them know your intention. Why are you showing up? Are you subbing for somebody? Are you just looking for information on how other chapters do it to bring back to your chapter? Are you looking to make connections in that area because you have clients that you might be able to pass referrals to their members? What is your why behind going to that meeting? Hopefully, it's not selfish why. You want to be doing something for the people in that chapter. Reach out to the president, let them know why you're coming. That way they can alert you to whether there are any overlaps, any things going on whether they're going to let you do a 60-second presentation or not, whether that position is too overlapped or not overlapped. So reach out to the president ahead of time. Then when you're at the meeting, make connections. See what you can do for the people in the room. You're there as a guest. You're there to help them. Reciprocally, that's going to come back to you. One piece to really you never want to do at a meeting is you never want to look to be poaching visitors from another chapter. If a chapter has a visitor to that meeting, don't approach that visitor and say, hey, you should come check out my meeting. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be respectful that they worked hard to get the visitor in their room for that meeting. You can tell them where you're from and what you do, but you never want to be inviting them to your chapter. That's for another time down the road. If that makes sense for that person, they will do that, but you don't want to be doing that. You want to be there for the chapter. If you're visiting another chapter, you want to be there for them. So best etiquette is talk to the president ahead of time, sub for another member, be somebody that's a give before gain. If you go into it with a giver's mentality and not trying to gain something out of it, I guarantee you'll gain something out of it because you'll gain connections because there's not a chapter in the state of Maine that is an amazing chapter with great members and great connections. Reach out and make those connections for whatever reason it is, but make sure you're giving first. That's my tip for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy visiting other chapters, make the most of it, communicate as much as you can, and happy networking.